letting go. This is one of the prime drives of our current transitions throughout this spiritual ascension, paradigm shift, however you want to call it. And this is something that we have to adopt in much greater and greater ways, especially during these times, which is why I wanted to talk about it so extensively here. Because letting go isn't just letting go of our attachments. It isn't just letting go of those dependencies with others. It's on a much, much deeper level right now. It's letting go of our story. And letting go of our story means letting go of so much more. It's letting go of so many belief systems. Letting go of your spiritual belief systems. It's really about letting go of all of it. Everything that I've shared throughout this whole course, I have to let go of as well. Whilst they've worked for me and they've created such phenomenal change for me in my life and for others, I have to let them go. Because if I do not let that go, if I do not let go of the belief systems I have, I cannot allow myself to evolve. Every single aspect of our life evolves. Everything. Because as our awareness expands, as our consciousness expands, as our ability to understand and interpret reality expands, that's how everything evolves, because we start to engage and see reality in a much deeper way, in a much more multidimensional way, because this is the nature of evolution. So the same concept can be looked at in a far deeper way. And the beautiful thing about spirituality is that every day, for me and those around me, my friends, we will have a great realization that will almost be life rocking. It just shakes things around, and it happens almost daily. You think, how do you cope with something like that, which really is kind of asking you to look at life in a different way each day almost. But what happens is it actually grounds you deeper and deeper and deeper here, becoming more present. You become stronger as you start to see reality in deeper ways, in more expanded ways. It opens your eyes to love. You start to see with love, with real love, with the love of your spirit, the love of your soul. You start to become more and more your soul and allow your soul to step forward. And yes, it is challenging. To let go is one of the most challenging aspects of spirituality. And initially, you'll probably experience it in terms of people. So in terms of relationships, in terms of friendships, in terms of family. This is how it initially begins, where we have to let go of that attachment with that individual. We have to let go of the idea that we had that this person was the one to give us the love and power that we needed. We have to let go of that. And as we do, we enter a new cycle of empowerment. However difficult it is in that process of letting go, it is one of the most powerful, transformative experiences that we can have, because you rebirth like a phoenix. You fly through from your own ashes and you fly up and you go into a new cycle. You go from life, death and rebirth. That rebirth is what always takes us into a new cycle. And from that new cycle, our life is bigger, our reality is more expanded, our possibilities are more expanded, because we are more expanded. So letting go, whilst it initially comes down to letting go of people, it will then move into letting go of our ideas of reality, letting go of your idea of who you think you are and who you think you want to be and are going to be, because all of those are limiting. All of those are based on conditions that you have for yourself and others have for you, which, however big it may seem, is still a narrow direction of your life, because whatever we know can only narrow and define a particular direction for our life. So the more we let go of that, the more we surrender to the magic, to the mystery, to the sacredness of life, allow life, the universe, to guide us, allow the universe, your higher consciousness, to take you into greater arenas for you to express, for you to be, for you to create, for you to enjoy and receive the love and abundance and wisdom and experiences that you never even knew were possible, that you never even knew that you wanted. Because again, this comes down to us letting go of the idea that we think we know what we want. Coming back to the onion layer, we cannot know truly what we want, because a lot of our beliefs about ourselves are coming from conditioning. They're coming from external conditioning and our ideas about ourselves, which comes from external conditioning. So as we begin to drop them, this is why every 6 months and every year, you will have a powerful different perception of yourself if you can allow yourself to move into that space. Yeah, what's happening now on the planet is that we can't run away from things anymore. So the universe is creating, the energies effectively are becoming so pure, so high, that anything disturbing of you, anything which limits you, is causing a huge amount of resistance and a huge amount of pain and a huge amount of struggle. Because the struggle that we're feeling in our lives, the pain, the not knowingness, the chaos, is all about belief systems that we are encountering that we have to let go of. The pain that we feel in our lives is from our clinging onto old belief systems, because as we let them go, we move through it and we surrender, and those belief systems don't own us anymore. We actually are in control of our lives. We actually the ones who honour our own power and say, I'm now ready to stand here naked without knowing anything, without any clothes, without feeling like I am dependent upon anything. Now I'm speaking with ultimate goals here of complete surrender. Yeah, everything is a form of surrender. So it isn't about being in this state where you've let go of all your attachments and you have become the Buddha, effectively. This is about learning to let go of the aspects in your reality which are causing you the struggle right now, and you will know exactly which area that is, because that is where you're facing the resistance. Ask yourself, why am I experiencing this? And ask yourself, can I let go of this? Can I let go of this idea, this experience, this situation, this individual? And can I actually let go of something because it may not be serving me? So how do you know the difference between something that's serving you, something that you're here to learn through, work through with someone, and something you're meant to let go of? This is a very common question that all of us have, and this is something that there is no formula to, because it comes down to your individual experiences teaching you as an individual, your inner resonance field, because internally you will resonate and begin to learn how to act in certain situations and which is meant to be let go of. Usually, I would say, I would always work through something in my personal field, in my personal reality when I have challenges, because they're here to teach me something. Otherwise, I'm running away from my shadow and it'll come up again. However, if something comes into my reality and I've tried that and it's still not working, and some time period has passed and it's still not working, it's actually getting worse and worse and worse, I have to let go of that experience. I have to let go of that idea. I have to let go of that belief. I have to let go of that person. This is why in relationships it's so important. When you encounter clashing in a relationship and there isn't resolution happening for quite some time, it's so important to let go of each other. And I don't mean let go here as in see you later, bye. This is about giving each other the space, but in that moment you're saying I let you go, because as you let each other go, you allow each other to integrate and find out what's really going on and kind of dance in their own spirit again, and then you come back together and see how it works. So because in relationships what usually happens is that we cling on to each other and we don't allow the other individual to move, because from the moment we first met them, we want them to stay in that kind of state on a subconscious level, because that is who we first met. That first person who we met provides us with love, with the need that we need. And so subconsciously we want them to stay that place. And what usually ends up happening is that we enter a space of deep compromise, where you end up compromising who you are for the other individual. Once that starts to happen, everything in your being, everything in your life will begin to give you warning signs that your soul does not like to be controlled, because your soul does not. You are free spirit inside, just as we all are. So you want to feel the freedom to emerge and play with who you are. So again, that authentic communication with that individual is so important, but also giving each other space to be who you are. In friendships, anywhere, any situation that you're having a struggle with, give yourself the space first. Step away from it. Take a break if you need to. Step away from that situation and let go of it. And if you need to, when you have that space to yourself, you will realise, is it really serving you? Is it really serving your highest interest? Now, This particular video is also linked with the Following Your Joy video, funny enough, because as you begin to let go, you begin to tap in to something deeply joyful inside of you, because beneath all those limiting belief systems which are holding us back is a beaming, joyful spirit just saying, let me out, and trying to break through. So we try and allow that spirit to break through, otherwise they will start crashing down in every part of our life. Your spirit is trying to get through right now, and this is what the current energies are trying to align us with. They're trying to show us that the only path that we have is the one of joy. Every single other path, every other way of living is a struggle. And yes, you can live with that if you want, yet it's becoming more and more apparent just how much of a struggle that is. So be open to let go. Be open to let go of the things in your life. Be open to let go of the ideas about yourself. Be open to let go, especially of your expectations of who you think you're supposed to be, of who you think you are right now. All of us has an image of ourselves that we think, this is who I am, and this is what I'm here to do. You've immediately boxed yourself as you say this. You've immediately said, this is who I am, and then now I'm going to try and fit my consciousness through that, that definition of who I am for the next 5 years, or the rest of my life even. And you are evolving behind the scenes. So to define yourself in such a way will only bring you resistant, and you'll feel trapped. So I really advise to just reevaluate yourself, discover who you are. And this leads us into the next video.